fill in what you don't have. So number one, discount is the percent of the retail price that is saved by the customer. Discount. Is 7.5 discount for you guys? Or is it markup? Okay, all right. So this is correct. Discount is the percent of the retail price that is saved by the customer. Now think about that in common sense. If you have a $20 item and it's discounted $2, don't you save the $2? Yeah, I mean, we know that. We know that. But here's a help with these and keeping track of what to put where with the formula. So though we want to think about part equals percent times whole, the way that matches is this way. Discount, and again, I think in your notes at least you can still squeeze this in like above. Instead of saying, you know, there's a spot for the number equals percent times the other number, write discount equals percent times the retail price. Discount equals percent, and this is the percent, by the way. Let's add percent discount times the retail price. Can somebody explain what the retail price is? Anybody know what that means, retail price? Ashley? Okay, it could go either way. The retail price is actually the price now of the item. So if you go to a store right now and an item is selling for $2.95, $2.95 is the retail price. If you go back a week from now and it is now discounted and now the price is $2.75, now the retail price is $2.75. The retail price is the price the item is selling at, okay? So retail price. To get, and really, so what we're finding here is the new retail price. Does that make sense? We're discounting an item, we're going to find the new retail price. And of course, the sale price will always be the retail price. Okay. I got to backtrack one thing of what I just said, and I'll confuse you guys. The amount of the discount is the percent discount times the retail price. This is the original price. Keep that straight for you, and I'll write that in. You should too. We mean the original price that it's selling for. And that would be the whole. If you think of it, part equals percent times whole. We want to figure out a part to take away from the whole to figure out the new cost. Okay, that's where we're at. What part do we take away from the whole to get this new price? So the sale price is always going to be the retail price minus the discount. That should be green. Retail price minus the discount. Sale price, retail price minus discount. And remember, we always want to deploy demands. In any kind of problem where there are words, you've got to ask yourself, does my answer make sense? Does my answer make sense? All right, think with me if you can. Try to follow along. You got an item that's selling for $100. It's marked down 15%, and your final answer, and I ask, how much is now the cost of the item, and you say $15. Does that make sense? It was $100, it's discounted 15%, and you get a final answer that now the cost of the item is $15. Does that make sense? No. Either you figured the problem wrong or you found the solution to something else. What is the $15? The amount it's discounted. Therefore, the price of the item now will be $85, right? It was $100. So you got to be careful with word problems, and you got to ask yourself, does my answer make sense? And if you'll do that, you'll catch yourself and hopefully be in better shape. All right, I hope you have this next part in your notes. We'll find out. Do you have Sue purchased a code at 15% discount? All right, write it in. That's the way it goes. Try not to get ahead and look at that next year. I better shade it, otherwise you'll want to. All right, so Sue purchased a coat at 15% discount. If the retail price was $120, find the amount of the discount and the sale price. Find the amount of the discount and the sale price. Now I'm going to write two formulas because here's the reality. Specialty formulas work great, but you have to remember them, right? If I told you, what is the other formula for number equals percent times the of number? You were asked, if you were asked, what's the other formula for number equals percent times the of number, what would you say?
Part equals percent times,
part equals percent times whole. How many of you actually know that formula? Okay, that again, those two should be synonymous. I keep using both, don't I? And I try to keep reminding you of both. Because part equals percent times whole is a good way to start here. Now, when you're doing a problem for homework, you're going to have your notes with you. So you could use the specialty formula, discount equals the percent discount times the retail price, right? But will you remember that formula next week? Or the week after when we have a test? Maybe not, right? So specialty formulas are great. They work great. But you do have to remember them. So the key here is, one, either making sure you have it memorized and remember it, or two, understand how it relates to the main formula that's easy to memorize that we should all know already. Got it? All right, first thing we're going to do is figure out the discount. I'm going to use a lowercase d, which is the part. Somebody tell me what to put in for the percent. Christina.
15.
Correct. So Christina took the percent and put it in decimal form, as we always do in a percent problem. And of course, retail price is $120. I'm going to leave my dollar sign in there so I remember I've got a dollar answer. I'm going to take my calculator out. This is a straight multiplication, 0.15 times 120. If you all punch that out, and somebody raise your hand for me when you got it. Colby, what do you got?
$18.
And how many got $18? All right, and you would all be correct on that. I'm going to circle that. Did we not find one of the answers?
Yeah.
We did, so I'm going to circle that. It asked to find the discount. Now, the last thing is to get the sale price. And again, I put the formula, but most of us should know that the sale price will equal the retail price minus the discount, right? So our retail price, again, is the $120, correct? Our discount we just found was the $18. Could we find the sale price without finding the discount? And the answer is no. So again, your sale price, the 120 minus the 18. Hopefully most of you don't need a calculator. So what's the answer to that? Just say it if you know it. Well, $102. All right. Does my answer make sense? Does the ma'ams like my answer? Yeah, that's reasonable. 15% discount. That's a very reasonable answer. $102. I like it. Hope you like it. You like it. All right. Let's try another. You guys have that one on your...
No.
All right, let me read it for you. Tom's iPad was on sale. Just put it in place of the one you have. Was on sale at 12% off. If the retail price was $545, find the discount and the amount Tom paid for the iPad. Tom's iPad was on sale at 12% off. If the retail price was $545, find the discount and the amount Tom paid for the iPad. Somebody raise your hand and tell me how to start this problem. Brendan.
The form.
Okay, which one do you want to use?
Discount equals percent discount times retail.
Okay. So Brendan says, let's use discount equals percent discount times retail price. That is a great way to start. You could also start with part equals percent times the whole. Somebody give me one of the spots of the formula. Emily, give me a spot. Okay, so the discount percent is 0.12 or 0.12, either way. I agree. Somebody give me another spot. Amber?
The retail price is $545.
Retail price is $545, so we must be finding the discount. Calculators out. Punch it out, brothers. Punch, brothers, punch with care. Punch in the presence of the passenger. 8 cents for a 2-bit fare. 6 bits for, and I can't remember the rest of it. What is our discount? Hannah, what do you got for a discount? $65. Did Hannah add a zero? Amazing. How in the world did she know to do that? Because it's money, right? $16.40 is correct. 12% of, does the mams like that answer? Yeah, you know, you got a lot of money to begin with. What's 10% of $545? $54. So it's got to be more than that. It is, I'm happy. That sounds reasonable. Okay, finish out. How much did Tom pay for the iPad? Nathan, how would you start that? All right, so he's doing the whole problem. So he said sell price equals retail price minus the discount. We already know our retail price was $545 for this iPad. Must have had a good amount of memory, which, by the way, is important when you buy an iPad, in case you didn't realize that. Minus our discount is $65.40. Final sale price of our item. Who's punching it out? Hayden, what do you got?
$479.60.
$479.60 is correct. The MAMS likes that. We're less than our 545. We're not a ton less. 12% discount sounds good to me, and hopefully to you. Getting the idea? Okay. Well, the next thing they could do to us is ask for the discount rate, and I'm afraid you probably don't have that page either, right? Bummer. All right. You're going to need this information to find the discount rate, and this is an important thing. I'm trying to give you some direction here, right, to help you. To find the discount rate, you have to first find the discount. So to find the discount rate, you have to first find the discount. That's important. And then this note, we've had this note every time we're looking for a percent. Remember, the solution to the equation will be the percent in decimal form. So how do you get it into normal form? Move the decimal point 2 places to the right and add the percent symbol. Move the decimal point 2 places to the right and add the percent symbol. What are you actually doing? That's a shortcut, moving the decimal point 2 places to the right. Brendan?
Multiplying times 100.
Awesome. You're multiplying times 100%, right? So how do you get it from a decimal to a percent? Multiply times 100%, or simply move the decimal point 2 places to the right and add the percent symbol. Okay, don't miss this first thing that I said. Find the discount rate. First, find the discount. If you try to find the discount rate another way, you're going to be a little off in your answer and you're not going to know why. So let me try one more time to explain why. Remember the other day I said something like this: if you had $1,000 and it went up 10% and then it went down 10%, are you back to the $1,000? And the answer is no. Because a 10% increase of $1,000 is $100, but a 10% decrease of $1,100 is $11. The percent matters whether you're doing it to the initial or to after the fact. So that's why you got to have the discount. Colby?
I think the notes are as 7.5.
Really?
We said it already.
No, that's not what we said already. Okay, so listen. Here's the big mistake. Don't do this in your notes. Don't do anything. I'm just showing you the wrong thing to do. Here's what some people will do. $79 equals percent times $110. They'll divide both sides by 110. Take your calculators out. Divide 79 by 110 and then multiply by 100%. You get 71.8%, yes? Does that sound like that item was discounted 71.8%? Because it wasn't, okay? You see how that is clearly the wrong answer. Okay, so again, unless you ask the ma'ams, if you make that mistake, you're going to get the problem wrong. All right, with the asterisk up above, it says you must first find the discount. How do you find the discount? Well, again, we're back to the formula. Sale price equals retail price minus the discount. That's the formula from the previous page, right? The $79, isn't that the sale price? The retail price was the $110. And I'm going to use minus D for our variable, the discount. Now, this problem is not worth taking a lot of time to move everything algebraically. It's really not. In reality, if you'll take your negative D and put it on this side as D, and take your positive 79 and put it on this side as negative, we'll talk about all the ins and outs on how that happens so quickly later on. But it's not worth taking the time to work on that. It's so simple. The negative D on the right became a positive D on the left. The positive 79 became a negative 79. Go ahead and take the 110 and subtract from its 79. And what do you get? $31? $31 is our discount. This is our discount. Now, it didn't ask for the discount, so I'm not going to circle it. Does that make sense? But I needed it because that's how I get the discount rate, by first knowing discount. Because what formula am I using? I'm going to use my color here. So this is first, and this is now. Now that we have that, we're going to use the formula discount equals percent discount times the retail price. The discount equals the percent discount times the retail price. So you have to understand that this is a two-step problem. And you say, well, how would I know to do that? Well, that's why I'm showing you, and that's why I put up there with an asterisk. You got to first find the discount, okay? So now we're ready to put our numbers in. We just found the discount to be $31. The percent discount is what we're solving for. And the retail price was $110, right? The original price of the item. Now it's easy to solve. Divide both sides by $110. That's going to isolate our variable. All right, I want you guys all to punch this in because I want to make sure that you know how to read the final answer. So punch this in and get a final answer. And then ask the ma'ams if she likes it. Julia, what do you got for an answer? And how do we round off our percents to how many places? Class, tell her, how many decimal places do we round our percents to? One decimal place, right, is the way we round our percents unless told otherwise. So 28.2. And don't forget, once you multiply by 100, it is now a percent, not a decimal, and you include the percent symbol. All right? How many got 28? And then 0.2%? All right. So that was a two-step problem, and it took doing both parts if you were going to get there and solve that one. That is what was necessary, and that was the only way you're going to get there. All right. This is the same kind of problem, only it's easier. We're not going to do this problem. Just watch. For time's sake, we're not going to do this problem. Just watch. Notice the difference, though. In this problem, we're told the discount amount. Do you see the difference? So we have to find the discount first. No, we're told the discount. And we're told the retail price. This one is one step. We're ready to use the formula. Discount equals percent discount times the retail price. And we'll be able to figure out the discount rate. Does that make sense? You see the difference in them? In this one, they told us the discount. In the other one, they told us the sale price and the retail price. Two different kinds of problems. So be careful and be aware of that. You have to think. Math is a lot of thinking, and word problems definitely thinking. But always deploy demands at the end to help you out. Now, I got a few more things I got to get to. Number 5, to find the sale price, again, you might first have to find the discount. To find the discount rate, you first have to find the discount. To find the sale price, you might have to first find the discount. Depends on the question. To find the sale price, you might have to first find the discount. So again, the retail price is $3.75. Discount rate is 30%. Find the sale price. Notice again, we're using the same formula. Discount equals percent discount times the retail price, which simply is the part, the discount, is the percent times the whole of the retail price. Okay? So in this one, we know to put in the discount rate, 0.3 or 0.30 for 30%. The retail price is clearly given to us, $375. And this one's nice. It's a straight multiplication on our calculator. So 0.3 times 375. Hold on. Chloe, what do you got? So is that, talk money. Talk money for me. There you go. Right? It's money, so talk money. $112.50. And that's our discount. And notice we keep using the same formulas, right? Somebody raise your hand and tell me what formula we're going to use now finally to end up getting the sale price. What formula? Sale price. Ashley?
The sale price equals the retail price minus discount.
Sale price equals retail price minus the discount. We're told this thing was $375, and we all know it's now $112.50 off. ma'am should be happy with this answer. I got $262.50. $262.50. We won't do that last example. It's the exact same kind of problem, right? We're told the retail price, we're told the discount rate. Therefore, we'll have to find the discount first so we can subtract it from the retail price, right? And look, don't you guys know that? Don't you know a sale price is the original price minus however much off for the sale, right? I mean, you know that. So don't let these get you so messed up to where I don't know what to do. I can't, those formulas, I can't keep straight which one. Think about what the problem is. Because you all have used to, look, if you go in a store and you walk in the door and there's a big flyer on the door, 20% off everything, you know what to do? Buy it. 20% off. So you look at a price. So the price is, you're going big, $195. What's 10% off? What's 10% of $195? $19.50. Let's round it up to 20 for just rough calculating. So if 20 bucks is 10%, if 20 bucks is 10%, how much is 20%? Double that, 40 bucks. So you're expecting to get about 40 bucks off the price, right?
That's amazing.
Nice 20% off sale. All right, let me give you your problems.